Welcome into the new season. This isn't just a live stream. This is a moment. This is a movement. For traders who are tired of learning without earning. For beginners tired of feeling like they're always one step behind. And for the intermediates who know the patterns, but still hesitate when it matters most. This season is about one word: results. We've studied, we've failed, we've reset. But now, it's time to apply. It's time to turn knowledge into execution, execution into profit, and profit into momentum. I've got targets this season. My community will know them, and we're going to track it every step of the way.
Listen closely. This is not a game. The market doesn't care about your feelings, your doubts, or your excuses. Time is running out. Every candle that forms is a moment you don't get back. While you're watching others win, they're stacking results. While you hesitate, they execute. You can't afford to drift anymore. You must lock in, first with yourself, then with me. And if you're ready, with my community, this isn't for tourists, this is for builders, for warriors of discipline, for those who are done pretending. You'll either run with us or watch from the sidelines wondering, what if I had started when they did? Welcome to the new season. Dreams and nightmares, your move.
Good morning, fam. Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, September 29th. The month is almost over. We just have 2 trading days, today and tomorrow. I believe it's only 2. Let me just double check. Today, tomorrow, and yeah, that's it. Then Wednesday is October 1st. So my question to you is, how is your month going so far? How is your trading month going so far? And just in general, how is your month going so far? And what are you going to do next month to have better results? So we already have, like, the year is almost over. We have October, November, December. We got just those 3 months to finish strong. I want everybody to finish strong. So let me know, how did this month go? And what are you doing to finish this last 3 months strong? So this month for me, it was a little bit, it started off a little bit, then it got really good, then it got rocky. Then it got rocky. That was last week, and I gotta thank Vashi, and shout out. Well, first of all, good morning, Fernie. Good morning, Vashi. I see y'all here. I gotta thank Vashi because she just blew my mind. We had a one-on-one, and I'm practicing Vashi. Like, I'm gonna show you on my screen, and that's actually what inspired today's topic. Y'all see it there, today's title. So the title is, why you gotta hold it in longer. You gotta hold it in longer. So we're gonna talk about that. It's actually, and let me give you all the context. Again, I said that this month started off then it got good, then it was rocky, and now for me it's gonna be over. So actually, let me look at the comments real quick. Good morning, guys. Hey, yo, Javi, the oil kingpin, and Fernando Guevara. Good morning. So Vashi, of course, I told you. I even sent you a message last night. I was like, I gotta send her a message because the market opened and I started already looking at what we were talking about. So my problem last week was that I have different strategies. I have supply and demand. That one, of course, like, I learned that from my mentor. That one is already set. Then I have other strategies that I've been working on. I'm not saying that I'm the only one who trades them, but what I'm saying is I saw some patterns in the market and I've been trading those patterns. I put a name to them, but there was one element that I was missing, And Vashi, she sat with me and she's like, we were talking and she gave me what it was. She gave me the one element that I was missing, the one piece of the puzzle. And talking about puzzles, I gotta tell y'all, I gotta show y'all. I don't know if this is gonna show, but whenever you're trying to learn anything, whenever you're trying to succeed at anything, you're literally building a puzzle and you're getting all these pieces. You got to put them together until finally you have the full image, the full picture. I just bought this one. I like doing puzzles sometimes because it's the same mindset. You want to succeed at anything, is the same mindset. You got to put that together. So I just bought that puzzle. I'm inspired. It was one word that was gonna help me, or that's gonna help me hold it in just a little bit longer. You gotta hold it in just a little bit longer. So I told her, I said, I know that there is something that I'm doing or not doing that's causing me on all those strategies to enter early. I was going in too early. Literally, I was going in too early. It was happening too fast, too early. I needed to hold it in a little bit longer. And how was I going to do that? It's with this one word. That word is retest. Retest. I know y'all gonna kill me. Y'all gonna, you're like, oh, that's basic. Yes, it's basic, but that was the one piece of the puzzle that I didn't have on all these other strategies. Again, supply and demand has that. And you know what? Let me show you here real quick. Like when it comes to supply and demand, for example, I'm just going to draw this here. When it comes to supply and demand, you guys already know, I said it. You get a push. Let's just say that that's a push. This is the zone where that push started, right? The market then retests that zone. So this is the retest right there. That's the retest when he goes. And if he rejects and he breaks the previous candle, that's your entry. This strategy here has it all. It already has it all, right? So right there, that's that. That's a demand zone. Supply, you do the same thing, but from the opposite way. Now I have another strategy. For example, this one is called the VWAP rejection. So let's say that this is the VWAP. The market, let's say that it's going down, right? It goes here, it rejects the VWAP. Like it'll do, let me see if I could just do it kind of like this. It'll reject the VWAP. And then this is what I was doing. I was entering right after the rejection. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I've had success with that one. I'll do this and usually, it's winning like 60% of the time. So this one is not necessarily the best example, but I'm still gonna explain it just because it is the one I'm talking about right now. But pretty much after this, I'm expecting the market to go down, right? Well, there is one element that I was missing, which is the retest. So here, for example, it rejects the VWAP, but then sometimes, and this has happened to me, you do this, you start going my way, but then it goes back. This retest is what I needed to wait for, because you retest it, and if he rejects it again, now the market is more likely to go down. So that retest, that's what I was missing, the retest on all these other strategies. So here, now I'm more likely to win. Why? Because the market rejected that area. It rejected it, it retested that, and now the market is primed to go in that direction. So the retest is the one piece of the puzzle that I was missing to hold it in just a little bit longer, to not enter too early. And how did I know I was entering too early? You gotta understand that in these strategies, I would lose and then the market will go in my direction. I would lose, market goes in my direction. So I knew, I said I'm entering too early, but I'm missing something. So thank you, Vashi, for that. I am back testing, forward testing. There is more that Vashi like taught me last time that we spoke on Friday, and I'm here testing. I'm here testing a few of those things that we spoke about. So for example, let me actually clean this up, and I'm gonna go over one of the concepts. which is the opening bell, like breakout. Let me go over that. Let me look at the comments. So yes, I sacrifice money to build capital and finesse my strategy more, but I am good exactly where I am right now. My lane feels clearer. I'm grateful for everyone here and on Discord. Thank you, Vashi. So yes, there we go. 3 a.m. So 3 a.m. would be London session, which starts here. So this candle, when it comes to the session, to that session itself, this is the high, this is the low, right? So right here, we have the high up here, the low here. So this is the opening bell candle right here, 3 a.m. That's London session. Now, here, I haven't spoke about this because I didn't really know about this before. So one of the things that Vashi was telling me about was just about this whole opening bell candle and how at this point the market will tell you where it's going. If it's inside, if it's staying inside, it hasn't really picked a side. It's consolidating, ranging. But once it goes to either side, that's when you're more likely to win going to that side. Now, I'm not explaining it exactly how, Vashi would do it, or how even I've heard about this strategy. So I haven't even looked on YouTube. I'm just forward testing, back testing. Like I'm just seeing what works, what doesn't. Eventually I will look at other people, how they trade it too. But right now I'm just doing my own testing. So now even here, for example, we got the market closing below right here. If I was to enter at the break of this candle here, well, technically, if I was to try to enter here, technically, and I would personally use the break of the candle. That's the one that I understand the most. I'm not saying that it's the one that makes the most sense, but it's the one that I understand the most. It wouldn't break the candle here. It will go back here. Now, in this case, the market rejected this zone right here. It even rejected the VWAP, and then it won. Like it just went straight down. Well, straight down, pull back, and then it kept going down. So in this case, I mean, this was clean. This was a clean opening bell, like breakout here. That was clean. Vashi, or if anybody knows about this, if you want to add to it, definitely feel free. Like I'm just learning this now. And some people might think, well, if you trade supply and demand, why are you learning other strategies? I'm not. The way I look at it is I'm only trading oil. So you got to take what the market gives you. Not all the time it's going to give you a supply or demand setup. If I'm only trading one instrument, I need to know how to come into the market in different ways. I have said this before. I don't look at strategies as a strategy. I look at them as an entry. I either get an entry or I don't. I have different ways to enter the market. I'm building a playbook, right? So this is something that Vashi put me on, that I'm forward testing, back testing, and I'm liking what I'm seeing because at some point after the opening bell, the market has to make a decision at some point. And here we see it clearly. The market closed down here, retested, rejected the VWAP, and then it just went down. And if I would have rolled the whole move, which I don't recommend doing because you're going to get pullbacks, and this was not guaranteed to stop here. But let's just say that I had a runner. I never moved the stop loss from break even for the runner. I just kept it there. Then he just kept going. I wouldn't do that with my main contract. I would do it with a runner if I was to do it that like this. But to be honest, on a pullback like this, I would be out. Like once I get this green candle here, like I'm out. I'm not trying to stay here all day. So this right here, perfect. Like that's perfect. So I'm gonna look at other examples, but yeah, this right here, I'm gonna put it on Discord. And technically, once the market closed here, it closed right there, it retested that zone. How do I know that it retested the zone? Because it went back to it, and it rejected that whole zone. Let's just say that the market would have closed here, and then it keeps going down without retesting, without closing that gap, right? if it just keeps going down, at this point, there's no reason. I mean, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm seeing. If I go in without a retest, I'm going in too early. I'm going in too early because, and this has been happening to me. Let's just say that I'll go in here, no retest. I go in, right? You start going in my direction, but usually the tendency is to retest. The tendency is to go back, and I'm more likely to lose because when he retests, this is my stop loss right here. That can get hit, and then it could go in my direction. So retest is one word that's on my mind, heavy, strong, the word retest. So right there, I gotta thank you, Vashi. Shout out to Vashi. She definitely gave me also a different way to look at the market. It makes so much sense to me. And even looking at the daily, I'm gonna share this if it's okay. I'm gonna share this. Fernie says, I like the ORB opening range breakout. My strategy takes a bit from this strategy. That's, yeah, I mean, and Fernie, yes, that's pretty much what this is. Again, I don't know exactly full blown how Vashi would do it. I mean, she told me. I just took ideas. I don't know, Vashi, you could tell me. I most likely I didn't take it all exactly how she does it. Again, I haven't looked at how other people do it, but that's the concept. That's what I'm saying. You have that opening range, and the market has to make a decision. It has to retest. Now, if it doesn't retest, it's okay, but because not all the time it will. But in my mind, it's like it's gonna make a decision. It's either gonna go above it or below it at some point, and at that point, you're more likely to win. That's what I'm getting from ORB, opening range breakout. That's what I'm getting from it. And maybe that's all I need to get from it, right? Because we all learn from other people. And at this point, that's one of the biggest things I have learned these past few weeks. I mean, that's one of the biggest things I have learned. We have somebody else on Discord that trades ORB. He's from Chicago, Mo. I was actually talking to Mo, I would say like 3 months ago. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. I know it was a few weeks ago. And Mo from Chicago, he was telling me about ORB. Like, he has been trading the opening range breakout. So I know this is a thing. For me, is a matter of, again, taking what the market gives me. Not all the time trading one instrument, I'm going to get a supplier demand setup. Now, I have a hierarchy. If I get supplier demand, I'm going to go with that first because that's my main strategy. If that doesn't come, I'm looking at ORB because, again, that makes so much sense to me. The market is going to open, and at some point, it's going to make a decision. Once it makes that decision, now I'm more likely to win. And of course, we need that retest. So any questions there? Any questions? Any comments? So Vashi says, yes, if there is a strong move without retest with big candles, it tends to just go in our direction. Most times retest is our trigger safety clip. Yes, and with oil, usually once it picks a direction, not always it comes back, not always it will retest. So that's where, for example, somebody like Vashi might have that or has that more polished than me because she'll see the right candle to go in without a retest. For me, I have to wait for a retest for now until I really get a hang of this. But I want to thank you, Vashi. Which, by the way, you said yes, open bell, high of the day, low of the day, breakout, retest, then look for trigger candles to close first, going in the chosen direction. So yes, look for trigger candles. And for Vashi, that might be 1 or 2 specific candles. For me, that might be something else. For Fernie, that might be something else. That's the beautiful thing of trading. With trading, you could personalize it. Of course, you gotta back test, you gotta forward test, but whatever makes the most sense to you. Now, one of the things that made so much sense to me, like I never looked at it this way, but now I do. Now I can't unsee it. I just can't. So again, shout out to Vashi. This was all Vashi. So when it comes to the daily, high of the day, well, the previous day, high of the day, low of the day. She said, just go to the daily chart. And I know for a lot of you, this might be basic, but for me, it's something that, yes, it could look basic, but it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. You go to the previous day. So now, of course, today is Monday. So it would have been Friday. Friday, this was the high of Friday and the low of Friday. So you draw a zone around there. And now we know that the market today is going outside of that low. It broke that low. Now it hasn't closed. It still has 9 hours, so it could go back into the zone. But now that I'm here, or now that the market is here, this is a downtrend. Now that's another confluence. That daily box, that previous day high and low, becomes another confluence because we're outside of that zone. We are below the 200 EMA, the VWAP. There is some distance being created between the VWAP and the market, right? So right now I see a strong downtrend. Not that New York session won't change that. Here we have a demand setup, but this is counter trend, definitely counter trend. We had a supply setup right here. Supply setup, retest, right? The market goes back in, retests the zone. Now it rejected that. Stop loss for me right above the wick. 1-to-1 to start. And this trade right now it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's struggling, but that is a supply zone. So that's where that trade is at. Any rejections of the VWAP? Well, yeah, right after 3 a.m., which is what we looked at. And any supplies? Nope, no more supplies here. Low probability supply, high probability supply, but the market never came back to it. And that's the last one right now. So right now it's like the market is consolidating here. It's starting to consolidate. I probably just spent too much time back testing and staring at the screen. Daily high of the day, low of the day, trend direction on the 1 hour, entries on the 5 minute. I look for an A plus entry between 9 a.m. Opening bell and 12 noon. So yes, I cannot see it now. For everybody, I cannot see that now. That opening bell, I cannot see it. Of course, I'm looking for supply and demand, but if something makes sense after the opening bell, if the market picks a side and I see a strong either rejection or a trigger candle, which I'm working on that. I just learned about this on Friday, so I know I'm probably gonna take some hits on my way to polish that. Most likely I am, but the main thing is, if you don't fully understand something, at least wait for a retest. And even when you do understand something, the safer is going to be to wait for a retest. Now, waiting for a retest, when you wait for a retest, you might miss out on trades too. That's part of the game. That is part of the game. And sometimes after waiting for a retest, the trade might still fail. That's part of the game. Like, you can't tell the market what to do. You're not gonna stop the market from doing what it does, but it is the safer route. The safer route is to wait for a retest. Look at this. A liquidity grab here is a retest. Look, the market, we had some highs here. Technically, all of this, look at this. We had resistance right here. Market, boom, went there, dropped, but then it retested that whole area. It took liquidity. It retested, and a retest takes liquidity. I mean, if people are jumping into one direction and the market comes back, there are going to be people that are going to be stopped out, and that liquidity grab is a retest. And then after that liquidity grab retest, boom, market just went down crazy. So I would say start looking for ways, or start looking for places where the market is retesting, and see what happens after. That's a 1 to 4 right there. Like, practice that. You don't have to do it exactly how I'm doing it. I'm just giving you a perspective. It's a perspective, and this is a shared effort. It's team effort. Again, I knew about retest, right? It's not like I never heard it, but it wasn't something that I was including in my trading besides supply and demand. So I will say this, don't think you're better than anybody. Like, humility goes a long way. Be open-minded, learn from everybody, because if you just think you know it all, some people might be holding the last piece of your puzzle. They might be holding that last piece that you need to put it all together. They might be holding that piece, and because you're being stubborn, because you don't want to talk to other people, because you don't want to be vulnerable, you can't finish putting the puzzle together. Come on. We gotta be humble. We gotta be willing to learn from other people. Again, I know this is probably the 5th, 6th time that I say it, but shout out to Vashi. Thank you, Vashi. This opened me up. This opened me up in the market. It's I don't even have anything else to say. It's something I'm forward testing, back testing. You're gonna see me do this a lot. For everybody that's on Discord, you're gonna see me continue to forward test, back test here. So under the futures and forex category here, oil crew, this is the oil channel. We have gold, gas. You see GC diggers, gold diggers, gas. I don't even think people are trading this, but S&P 500, NAS. Well, I'm gonna be here in oil crew, and everything that I'm finding out, I'm putting here. This ORB strategy, as I'm forward testing it, had 3 winning setups on oil before supply and demand even showed up, before it even had one. So strategy is still under construction, and I just pretty much say what I'm finding out. Like here, this one had 3 rejections at support, right? That support being retested, and then the winning trades 1, 2, 3. Like, I'm working on this. I'm working on it. It's gonna take some time, but whatever I'm finding out, I'm putting here. Any questions? Any comments? Yes, Vashi says I always stay open. It's where I get my best epiphanies, not just with trading, in life too. And Fernie says, I mean to be the fly on the wall with Javi and Vashi. One-on-one must be a gold mine. You know what, Fernie, let's do it. Vashi has been telling me, she's like, yo, we should open this up to other people. And I told her, I said, I'm going to reach out to other people. Fernie, I'm going to reach out to you. Let's see if we could get together maybe, I don't know, towards the end of this week. I know the front end, I got a lot going on, but maybe after Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like, if we could get together, bro, that'll be amazing. And I know you have a lot, bro. You have a lot to give. So I know I'm going to be looking forward to learn from you. I know Vashi's going to be looking forward to hearing you out, to learning from you, because she's like that too. We're very open-minded. So yes. If you're cool with that, I'm going to reach out to you this week. So we could do that. And anybody else that wants to be part of this, like, at that point, it's not a one-on-one anymore. It could be a mastermind. Let's call it like a mastermind. It's gonna be, I'm not charging. If you're part of Discord, that's it. You could be part of that mastermind. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna reach out to you, Fernie, about that. Yes. So Vashi says, price action tends to want to reverse direction where it was most recently. So I look back left to see where it reversed. Maybe 3 rejections most recently. And here I'm just saying we do see like 3 rejections right there. And then Vashi says, yes, Fernando Guevara, it would be so cool. We'll make it happen. You guys know I like making things happen. Like, I'm all about that. So we'll make it happen. Yes, I'm down. Been waiting for a month to show you my strategy because I back tested and I'm proud to show y'all. That's it. I'm gonna reach out to y'all. Most likely, I don't know. You guys let me know. What's the best day for y'all? Just let me know. After Thursday, what's the best day? Friday, Saturday? I'm good. Like, I'm good on a Saturday. I mean, even if it's morning time, whether it's afternoon, like Saturday is probably gonna be the best day, maybe only because during the week, like I work, you guys work. Let me know if Saturday works for you guys, and then I'll just reach out to confirm a time. Let's see. Yes, I'm down. Yep. Yes, a mastermind. So cool. Let's make it happen. So yes, mastermind. I'm gonna write it here in my notebook. We're gonna write it down because I will reach out to y'all, and then whoever. So Fernie says Saturday works for me too. Vashti, let me know. Does Saturday work for you? Because what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna put out an announcement on Discord just for everybody, like whoever wants to be part of the mastermind, to let me know. It will be a mastermind. Okay, so Vashti says I got hurricane threats for tomorrow. So yes, Saturday afternoon works. So I'm gonna put here Saturday noon. So afternoon. Fernie, let me know if that kind of works for you, or if that works for you. And of course, I hope that there are no hurricanes. Like, just let us know. Of course, if anything happens, which I hope not, but if anything was to happen, just let us know. And, we could always do it the next Saturday, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Yep. And yes, and Vashi is 1 hour ahead of EST. So, okay, perfect. Okay. So I know at least that's 3 of us. Everybody else that's able to do it, that's gonna be a plus. What I'm gonna do is gonna be like this. It's gonna be on a channel, like we could do it in like members live stream, so that way everybody could join, everybody could share your screen. Like all you gotta do is share screen. When you're talking, you could just share your trading view screen, and then whatever you do on trading view, we could all see it. Like this channel right here. We'll do it on this channel. Everybody could like join it, talk, we'll do that. So yeah, once you unmute it, we're going to be able to hear you. Yeah, we'll do it like that. You could use your camera, turn it on, right? So if I turn on the camera, and I would encourage everybody, if you can turn it on. Like, we're people, we're not robots. Like, turn it on. I would definitely like to get to know y'all. You guys get to see me all the time, so it would be nice to get to see y'all. Now, my camera is probably not gonna turn on because I'm already using it for the stream. What I would like to do is record this session. That's what I would like to do, record it and then upload it. The first one, we'll do it like that. I could record and then I could upload eventually, and we could have like a monthly mastermind. I would love to have a monthly mastermind. Why? Because we're all learning, and I could learn from y'all. Y'all could learn from me. We could learn from each other. We could learn from everybody else on Discord. We're always learning. So if y'all want to turn it into a monthly mastermind, we can do that. We could certainly do that, but I'm going to take it a step at a time. Let's just have the first one. So yep, here we go. So it's coming. Hopefully it's just windy, but it can do most damage. Yeah, we just hash down and pray. Water and government roll. I hope it's nothing crazy, nothing damaging. Definitely let us know, Vashi, how everything is progressing. I'm gonna be checking up on you. So that's it. That's all I have. Vashi, Fernie, definitely mastermind. Whoever else wants to join it, if you're watching me right now or if you're watching this later and you want to join the mastermind, all you gotta do is just be part of Discord. That's it. Okay, DQ said, not gonna lie, I've been killing it with the back testing. The trend is your friend. Love to hear that. Bro, somebody please help me. I set a limit order, so it went to take profit, but it kept going, so I hit the X to take it, but I didn't get nothing, and it's not showing anything. Like, what? I'm mad confused. DQ, I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna make sure you're okay. All right, I'm gonna DM you. Just make sure you click. I know you probably did. Let me just kind of get this here. It's this exit. Let me at least send him this right here. would also just take market orders at first, because limit orders can be a bit confusing. But I'm at DM DQ just to make sure he's okay. So DQ, you're here. Okay, you're here. Perfect. Yo, I didn't know you was live. Yes, bro. DQ, you saw, I'm gonna DM you, but just make sure you're doing this right away. Just make sure you're doing this. Exit a market, like click on that. Just click on this. That should take you out, and you should see your P&L. Like, and let me actually just make sure it doesn't. Sorry, let me just make sure it doesn't show on screen here. But, yeah, just if you go here. If you just click on this right here, it should show you your P&L, like, yeah, your P&L. So whether you won or you lost anything, like this, that right there will show you. Okay, so hold on. On the left side. So on this side, of course, I'm just not showing that just because that's my live account. But where you see like this black like rectangle there, yeah, right there, it's gonna show you your P&L. So if you have anything moving, it's gonna say open P&L, like your open P&L is gonna be moving. Another way to know is like this. Since you're here now, another way to know is right here. If position, if you have anything open, it's not going to say 0. It's going to say the number of contracts that you have open. If it says 0, that's it. You're not in a trade. You're not in a trade right there. So just make sure you exit, and yeah, 0. I would advise at first, just go in with market orders, because limit orders are a little bit harder. So I would say market orders, like literally just buy or sell. That's it. Buy, sell. I will keep it simple and just get out by clicking on this button. That'll keep it simple. And eventually, of course, you could do the limit orders. But yeah, that said, it happens to all of us, bro. I have made execution mistakes. It happens. That's part of trading. It's part of our growth. Definitely part of our growth. So don't beat yourself up for that. Don't worry about it. We live and learn. That's okay. That's okay, bro. So, and of course, you could reach out to any of us. Of course, reach out to me, but you could reach out to any of us on here on Discord. I like what you did. You did let us know what happened, so that gives us a chance to like jump in and help you. So, you did the right thing. So let's say, okay, greatly appreciate it, but I want 50 profit, but I guess I cancel the order. Bro, I mean, you're in profit. That's good. Is that your first trade? If that's your first trade, congratulations, bro. Like, and you was working on the live account. So, bro, $50 in profit. You're in profit, bro. That's amazing. That's definitely amazing. But I would say make sure, of course, that you're definitely understanding the execution, so that if it goes against you, it doesn't keep going against you. So let me just make sure. Perfect, everybody. Let's congratulate DQ. That was his first trade. Congratulations, DQ. I am super proud of you. Like, you took a big step, a huge step. How did you feel, bro? Like, how was that experience? Taking that first trade? Let us know. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yo, I'm super proud of you, bro. Super proud of you. Like, you came from not knowing anything at all to take, well, that's what I think. I might be wrong, or from not knowing much to taking your first trade. That deserves a round of applause. I'm gonna get my soundboard. I'm gonna get the sound so I could do the applause and all of that. But that's big. I gotta do this. Everybody, let's say it on Discord. Let's congrats. the live stream. What happened? So he came out on top, profiting from his first trade. Boom. So I'm just sending a message here, just telling everybody, let's congrats DQ. He took his first trade today, and it was on his live account. We sorted out during the live stream what happened, right? So he came out on top, profiting from his first trade. Yeah, I got supply and demand down pack, and it felt good because I knew my setup was gonna hit because of the story the market was telling. To be honest, bro, that puts a big smile on my face. DQ, like, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm proud of you, bro. That right there, that alone, like, let's just say I don't impact anybody else's life at all. Like, I don't help anybody else, like, in life. Just knowing that you was able to get started, that you was able to understand supply and demand, that you was able to take your first trade, bro, that does it for me. That does it for me, because that's one more person that has a chance, one more person that has an opportunity to change his life. It's gonna take time. I've never got here on the live stream and said, oh, you're gonna start trading, you're gonna make millions. I never said that. I never said, oh, you're gonna make all this money right away. I never said that. What I have always said is, with discipline, sacrifice, and just doing what you gotta do, consistency, you could certainly change your finances. You could certainly develop an income stream that will give you a better lifestyle. I don't know how much that's gonna be, because that's on you. That depends on how much you grow your account by, how much you're depositing. Even if you're going the prop firm route, like how well you do on that side. A lot of people take the prop firm profits and they put them into a live account and they keep growing that way. That's on you. I cannot grow for you. That's you. That's you. But, and I'm talking to everybody, not just DQ. I'm just saying that the fact that he got started today, he has a shot. He has a shot at doing something great. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see somebody like DQ, if you see somebody like Vashi, like Fernie, or anybody that's here surpass all of us, because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's finances are different. Maybe somebody like DQ, maybe somebody like Vashi or Fernie or anybody else could put 10 stacks in a life account, 20 stacks in a life account, and they grow that to 100,000. Maybe I can't do that fast. So don't ever judge nobody's journey based on how long you think they've been trading, because they might have been already disciplined. They might have the capital. Don't judge anybody's trading journey. And if that happens, I will be so proud of them. I will be so proud of them. Like, they're in the game. They're in the game. They're in the game. Like, that's it. DQ, you're in the game. Vasi, you got today, tomorrow for September. We know what we talked about. I'm already proud of you because you helped me out so much and you have been taking your steps. Of course, you got the hurricane stuff going on right now. I don't blame you. If don't force it. Don't force it. If it's not September, don't force it. I want you to be fully focused on the charts, like fully focused on your trading. Don't force it. But if it is this month, like, I'll be just as proud. If it's next month, I'll be just as proud. I just don't want anybody forcing it. So let's say, going back, wasn't beating fast because the money that hit the market ain't my money no more. So I was calm, and thanks, Vashi. I love that mindset. I love that mindset. Definitely. Oh, I love how you're reading the story. I love how you are reading the story, right? She tells DQ, it makes it far more interesting. The other, me too. It's not the money, it's the fact that you pulled the trigger and went for it. For sure. I have to stay smart. Thanks. That's it. That's what we're going to close it with. That's success right there. We are succeeding. We are succeeding. People are pulling the trigger. People are taking trades. I love that. DQ, I'm going to be following your journey. Of course, I know you're part of the family, the Discord. I will say definitely stay engaged here. Like, post your setups. You already know how we do it. Like, your wins, you could put it here under your wins and your losses. Put it all here because we could all continue to help each other, help you. Not only that, you remain, which I don't see a problem with you like becoming I don't even really see you like tilting and doing all that stuff. But if you want to, this helps you stay transparent with yourself and everybody by posting your trades. Again, nobody has to do that. It's just a way to remain transparent, to remain consistent, to not tilt, and for us to help. If you ever want our help, we could look at all of your trades and say, okay, this is what we think is going on. But at the end of the day, this is your trading journey. That's it. It's your trading journey. We can't make decisions for you. Like at the end of the day, what you're seeing on the chart, that's the story that you're seeing. Like follow that. Follow the edge that you're building. So let me see if anybody else said anything. If not, I'm out because I don't have anything else. Definitely, Vashi, and I was talking to Fern. He asked if my heart was beating fast. LOL. Yep, we all got this. The world really is ours. The world is ours. This is your hobby, but you know what? The world is yours.
You can really make this happen, but you got to lock in. Lock in now. Get some results now. Don't wait. Don't wait for nobody. Not for me. Not for your family. The time is now. This is the time. Go. What are you waiting for? The world is yours. The world is yours.